Hello again, I'm Lewis, and on today's video I am going to do a deep dive on the city of Ponta Delgada so you can know more or less what to do and know a bit more how to spend your time when you are here in Ponta Delgada. So let's move on to the video. As you can see here, you have the city of Ponta Delgada map. So it's not a big city. Usually you can be okay by walking most of the places. The city center is right here on number 2. You'll see 3 big arches, which is like the plaza, the city center plaza. Here you have the main church. The city is mostly like the main stuff is mostly near the waterfront and on this like hotspot area. Apart from that, you will still have lots of other points of interest. For example, you have lots of little churches. The main thing would be some people like to visit some religious buildings. In this case, we have St. Christ of Miracles Church and the Convent of Good Hope here, which some people love to visit. You also have the military fort, which is also a military museum, which is nice. You have in here the farmers market, which is actually being worked on like construction work right now, so it will most likely the stuff to buy will be on the underground of this, but yeah, this is the location of it. You have the Carlos Machado Museum, which is also really cool to visit. You have the public library, and here you also have church of the Jesuits in here. Another place that I love to go is the Antonio Borges garden, a free public garden that you can actually visit, so it's really nice. There's lots of different plants and trees, so it's really nice. You also have o Jardim José do Canto, which is another nice garden that you can visit, and you have the Garden Palácio Santana, which is what we usually call the presidential house. Also around this area, you have the big mall, which is Parque Atlântico, where it's the shopping mall. It's where you'll have most of the big shops. You will have also a whale hanging from the ceiling in there, which is kind of cool. Another place of interest that you might find, of course, interesting is there is actually there's a sports shop in there, but the one we usually like the most is in here. It's called Decathlon. Sometimes people need to go and buy shorts or bikinis. That's one of the nice places to actually go and do it. Other relevant places, you have the urban park, which you can go for a run, for example, which is really nice. And you have Park Century 21, which is also really nice. If you are a guest that is staying either on this side or, for example, on this side, for example, in here, you can actually go. Some people ask, where should they go for a run, for example? If they are hosted in here, you can actually go and run through the waterfront, which is really nice. Like a run through the waterfront, like the name implies. And you can go all the way up to the beach, which would be a bit further away, but still south, in the south, just heading out of town. It's a really nice run. And for example, if you go up the avenue, you can go Century 21 or Urban Park if you so wish. Sometimes people also ask, how should I go about town? Another nice thing, and how I like to do it, by the way, is I take my car into the underground parking lot. You actually have a parking sign here. So you have a parking lot. All of this avenue, there's an underground parking lot pretty much, which also goes to the Portas Do Mar building. It has access for there, so you can park the car all this way from here to almost to the city center. So pretty much I park the car on the underground and then I walk it off the rest of town. If I need to go to the mall, of course, I just bring my car and park it there. So there's lots of other little churches, also small places. There's always things to do in town. Another cool place, like I briefly mentioned a couple seconds ago, this part here, all of this structure, it's called Portas do Mar, or sea gates, or sea doors, or doors to the sea, depends on how you want to see it. It has lots of little stores and restaurants. There's a bowling alley somewhere in there, which is really nice. Some bars, which is really cool. There's also a big bar here on this side called Baía dos Anjos, which is nice, with a nice esplanade. And as you keep going, this will be also the hotspot for the main restaurants around town. This is just a brief overview of the city of Ponta Delgada. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I hope you liked the video. We'll see you on the next one, and keep at it with your great Azorian adventure. See you on the next video.